Okay, let's see what we got going on. Tweeting. And let's go ahead and let's think about it. Let's let them get it. Let's let it gel into our mind and let it intersect and segue into what we're talking about. Tweeting, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, class, billionaire. Okay, so you got a bunch of stuff right there, right? Okay. And so you say, like, or you put a filter on things, right? Okay, you say, well, how about when you're about to say would you call maybe for the layman's terms fronting or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Where you always got to put up a front before you say something, ask something, do something, say something or whatever, communicate in some way or another. Well, even to not say, in my opinion, to not say an experience, to even not say anything, to say, well, I'm just like whatever, is a front in itself. So you can say to yourself, I'm just going to say whatever. But that saying whatever is a front in itself to say whatever. So some people say, well, I'm just going to go live, you know what I'm saying? And so that's true right there. She says that, right? So that's true. So some people say, I'm going to go live, you know what I'm saying? So they have a connotation with live where you're just an actor. So and that's the whole thing of mine when I go east and stuff like that. Because to me, fronting is not so much a thing of fronting. It's just more people saying, "Oh, he's lying," or "She's lying," or "He's lying," whatever, right? And it's like, when in fact you're just kind of like trying to convey the best way you can what it is you're trying to talk about, whether people take it in as crap or not. You know what I'm saying? So he's having a shutdown, and it's 2019, and not so much. And so the thing, so you say, oh, well, whatever's whatever, right? And so people say, oh, you go live, right? Oh, I just go live. Well, how do I know? Well, you know what? There's also a classification from my understanding. Is there's a working type of person and there's an acting type of person, okay? So whether you're going live or not doesn't necessarily mean you are so live. It could necessarily mean it's just lying, but you're just a good actor in lying. Okay, so here's a commercial segue into it. So that's not so much a thing. So in a worker's perspective, like say, oh, he's lying and stuff, maybe this person is just trying to get through it so he can work through his day or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this person wears Under Armour drawers because when he goes to the dive bar, he wears Under Armour drawers. You know what I'm saying? When he runs, he wears Under Armour drawers or whatever the thing may be. Or, whatever. If he is prepared to fight or flight, you know what I'm saying? He gets into his mode and his back straightens up. Whatever the case may be, whatever the natural case may be, that's what it is. And some things you can't control and some things you can. And on a tangent alone, you can say, if you're about to jump off a cliff, are you going to sit up there and not brace yourself to be jumped off? I mean, to fall from a cliff? And that might be a bad analogy, but what I'm basically saying is that, there's two different types of people in the world, in my understanding. There's an actor and there's a worker, okay? You take, for example, the president. He's a working kind of person, from what I understand. People hanging around and stuff like that, school, whatever, they're working type of people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we have the same kind of ethic in terms of like how we communicate and how we see things in a logical order, emotional order, and ethical order, if you will. And so, and some people say, oh, we do it live, you know what I'm saying? But then again, you could just be an actor, you know what I'm saying? Because, and that's just a difference of style. I mean, you know what I'm saying? No one can critique your style and say, and I don't, for example, critique your style and say, like, in a tangent, or in my opinion alone, where, oh, you're just an actor, you're not real and stuff like that. I don't say that the same way someone else turns around and says to me, oh, you're just an actor, you're fronting all the time, you know what I'm saying? You don't run right, you know what I'm saying? You're running like you bracing yourself all the time and whatever. Excuse me, but that's just the difference of people, you know what I mean? You can't really put that on something as simple as he's a liar or he's not a liar or something like that. That's just part of human nature. Nobody's perfect, they say, and I don't say to preach or anything like that, but as a philosophy of myself, is if I can say, and my understanding, let's put it on an understanding tip alone. As an understanding alone, if you want to convey a certain message and it comes out, you want to have it come out a little bit better than that. Now people might say, I have a bull crap detector, you know what I mean? I don't buy that whole idea. Well, if you don't buy the whole idea, why don't you listen to the content of what the person is saying, and then try to decipher what's bull from that and what's not. And that's how I see it. And because in turn, when I look at someone and I say, well, this person is an actor or something, I just look at a person, okay, so to be candid about it, I'll be like, okay, well, is this person, you know what I'm saying, does this person have a common courtesy in certain situations? Does this person have manners in certain situations? And stuff like that. And that's how I gauge the whole thing. If you don't have manners, then you're kind of an actor, because it's like, you're acting like you don't have manners or something like that. When you can kind of just straighten up and be like, you know, just be civil about the whole idea and certain things. And that's pretty much it, you know. That's basically it. And,